Well, hello there, and today I have a fever, so I actually have had a fever for the past week, so I'm not really gonna do much, but except just talk because I don't feel like doing much, but I also feel like that's an excuse for not doing anything, so I decided that why not I just talk over the song that I made because I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm really proud of it. I'm like really happy with how it turned out. I'm extremely um I don't know what to say. I'm just because like I made that song like at least bass for it about 2 months no, like back in March or something. It was a long time ago. I just had one idea while I was writing an exam. I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. It's basically like a kick drum, like and then after the snare it's like I don't really know. I guess that's what the first drop is, but not really. I will try to show you how it actually would have been if I'd followed the old plan. But honestly, it was really exciting. I really loved the idea for the first one. This is the project file. Just gonna zoom out a bit. So there's not that much going on. It's obviously just a normal project that I've made. It's not that detailed. I just put in what I need to. I don't try to overcomplicate things a lot. It's just simple, neat. That's how I make songs because I'm really not that creative. So basically how I started off was that was one idea that I had in class, but it wasn't supposed to be a remix. I just had the idea for a drop. But I was listening to the piano version for Young and Menace, and I really loved it, especially the third drop, like the vocals on it. Like think it's this part, right? No, it's somewhere over here. Yeah, this one. So this one was actually like one of the coolest shit ever. It's actually longer than that. There's a bit of stuff over here that I didn't put into the song. So it's actually really good. I really love the voice sample on this one. I actually didn't have the idea for this one. I just basically listened to it and I was like, oh, I gotta make a song out of that one because that's pretty fucking cool, right? I mean, you can't say those vocals aren't the best shit ever heard. The song is it's not a released one. Basically, there's a song called Young and a Menace, not oh, just Young and Menace, and it's actually kind of like an EDM-ish song, and it's nothing like this. Like nothing like the piano version of it. The piano version was just made for the fans who were like, "Oh, this isn't Fall Out Boy. We need the old Fall Out Boy back." So I'm like, "Cool, okay. I mean, good. The piano version actually does have some good parts, right?" Um, so I guess both of them are good, but then basically the idea for the remix is the one that I had in the exam, added with the aesthetics of the first one. I'm gonna try and make the original drop idea that I had so you can understand what I was trying to do originally. Do I have that over here somewhere? I don't think I do. This one's the lead drop, right? So let's just basically what I did was like this is the CN Vincent, which is what I've used over here. It sounds like fuck, where did it go? Okay, there you go. So you just get the idea of it, like that's what it sounds like basically. It's just wind and sea. Like you can probably just listen to it over here as well. Oh fuck, go off. No wait, shit. My screen is tiny. I can't really work with it. Yeah, that's basically it. It's just that shit playing, right? These chords are, I think, the same ones from the song itself. I went on a piano tutorial to find the chord progressions and shit for the song, but I obviously took some liberty with some of the chords, but most of them are actually the same chords as the original song because they were pretty good. I'm not really good with music theory, so I decided I'd just use the original stuff instead of going ahead and trying to create my own like a cool boy. That's really not my cup of tea. So anyway, basically, I'm gonna copy those. Where the fuck did it go? Wait, what happened? Am I on a different? Oh, there you go. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy these, cut them, and put them in the. What was it? I think it was this one. I'm not sure. Was it this? Yeah. This is what the original drop in my head during the exam that I was writing. That was how it sounded in my head back then. Obviously without the vocals and stuff, and I think this actually does sound pretty cool, but I like how atmospheric and dark the drop that I actually ended up making sounds, because it was pretty cool. Yeah, you see, it feels really cool. It's as if there's actual wind in your ear. I really like that effect, so I just stuck with it, right? I didn't do much in the start because I was kind of running out of ideas. Basically, it's just this is where the actual part where I do stuff begins. Before that, it's silence. There's a few white noise risers here and there, but I didn't do much. I just basically automated the kick, so it's actually a bit subtle in these parts, but then that's when it gets loud. And the beats were actually really cool in this one. I really like the way the drums turned out. Basically used a crash and a kick, so it sounded really cool in my opinion. I really like the beat. And then I put in some hi-hats because that's cool. Yeah, it was pretty cool, I think. I really had fun with that part. And then there's this thing, it's like a bass, but you can't hear it much in this part. But basically in the drop it all comes, like you can't hear much of it because obviously you can't. Just listen to these. This is the orchestral or whatever. I don't really know what this is. It just sounds cool, that's what I know. Then there's this thing. This is the bass. I really love the pluck thing and the bass, it just sounds cool. Then you have the lead, that's just the thing that's playing throughout the song. And then there's the kick, echo drums, yeah right, this thing, right? This is the main idea. That's just the heartbeat-ish thing that's playing, like. Oh wait, the kick drum's over here now, wait. I also had this original idea where basically, I think it's this one. Nope, not really. I don't really know where it is. Nope, I don't know where it is. But basically, it was supposed to be something like, rather than being so, I don't know, all over the place, it was supposed to be a bit more like this, right? Like, yeah, basically that thing. That also sounded cool, but I wasn't really sure where to go with, so I just went with the other one. So if this actually happened, the drop would sound more like this. Yeah, I'm not really sure that would work well. That just sounds too faint. But so let's go back to the original one that we have. I think that's it. Okay, fine. And oh yeah, this part, like basically I just put in a big reverse over here, so it just sounds cool. Like basically sounds like went down and it's like yeah. I just wanted to make it sound more I don't know, like I didn't want to sound boring, like you know it's just the same stuff happening over and over. I didn't want that shit, so just I put that in because that was fun. And I don't think much happened over here. There's basically like a fucking crush explode over here. Yeah, that sounds good. Like you can't hear it, but yeah. I mean, you know, a lot of these things you just make when you're making the song, you're like, oh, that's gonna sound so cool in the final product, but then you realize it's so faint that it's not even audible. It's just there for the sake of it. Oh yeah, this part was fucking cool, dude. I loved it. It sounds like some synthwave stuff. It's just brilliant. Wait, let me just. This is how it was supposed to be originally. There was not supposed to be any bass on that part. It was supposed to sound like imagine this after the drop, right? Like you know, it was supposed to be laid back. It was supposed to be more calm. But I realized that just Man, nah. You just get this instead, right? It's so much better, right? I mean, come on, you can't just. Also, I'm not really sure if I should have put these hi-hats over here. I think they kind of break the flow, and then you go back to the original beat, and it just sounds weird. But I don't know. And this part, right? This part over here, I made this after I was done with everything else because I was really not sure how this song was gonna turn out. So I just sort of did this part after I was done with the rest of the song. This is the second build up, right? Like, so there you go. That was actually the one of the coolest build-ups I've ever done because of this hi-hat pattern. I really like it. I really love this one. It's kind of a sprinkly hi-hat that's just, you know, like basically giving more complexity to the drum pattern over here. I just basically went insane. It was like listening to the vocals, trying to sort of put the hi-hats with the vocals, but not really. I was just trying to make it sound more flowy or whatever. Then there's the second drop because I wanted to really have like kind of a send off to the original drop I did that I had with the super saw rather than the wind effect. So the super saw is actually in the second drop, so it's like, there you go. That's the second drop with the super saw, with the wind effect and the super saw. I think that's pretty cool if you ask me. Also, this drop begins on the 69th bar. How cool is that? That's it actually. It just lasts for like, I don't know, how much is this? 8 bars. Oh yeah, this cutoff. Yeah, this shit was cool. This was not in the song until like the final thing. Like basically, you know, this thing, like you know that's this filter cutoff. Basically the cutoff is like I don't know how to describe it really, but basically, which synth was it? This? I think it was this, right? No. Stop. Okay, basically. I don't know which synth it is. Oh wait, the cutoff, right? Wait, just a sec. Okay. Oh fuck, it's gone. No, it should come back. There you go. Okay. Yeah, there you go. That is it. That's it. So basically, the cutoff is like this thing, right? Like. There you go. That's the cutoff. That's fun. It's fun to play with. I love the cutoff thing. I really haven't messed with it before, but in this song, it's like, okay, that sounds pretty cool. I'm gonna use it a bit for this one. Just give it like a thing. Then in the next song, I'm like, whatever I make from now on will have more cutoff effects in it because Jesus, that sounds cool. But this was more like, you know, after I was done with the song, I was like, yeah, this part kind of sounds weird without the, you know, synth. Like, listen to this. It sounds a bit too sudden in my opinion, so I decided to just, yeah, it keeps the flow going basically. And this part is also cool. I'm just here to become the best yet. I'm just here for the psych assessment. I'm just here for the What I love about this part is the build up, obviously. Like basically it's a breakdown and a build up in just 8 bars. So it's like basically it goes from this beat, which was continuing from the, like basically it's, these beats are basically just a kick and a snare clap. What is this? A snare clap, a layer on one another. So the kick is always there, so I just keep the kick going for the breakdown part. So it's like basically over here the second kick, like after this one, is actually a bit slower, so it's like, but the normal kicks are still there. It's like this one can't point to the screen. Basically it's still there, but it's a bit slow, and the next one is back on time, and then there's no snare kicks, or there's no kick at all in the next one, in the next bar. It's basically just going back to this one's kick, but then it's back again. I don't know how to describe it, I just like the way it flows. Alright, just listen to it. Silence. Back to that one. Silence. 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 Just breaking it down. Then like going back into it, you know? I love it, I love it, I love that shit. And after that, this was the part that I was most excited for, and I had no idea how to execute this one. Basically, I just wanted to give the vocals a chance to shine. I wanted the vocals to be the lead in this one. So what I did was basically I decided, okay, if I want the vocals to be the lead, how about I do something so that the instrumentals sort of go with it. So I was like, okay, what do I do? After a lot of thinking, this is what I came up with. Like, if you just listen to this alone, it actually does sound cool, kind of, I guess. Oh fuck, wait. As you can see, that's probably one of my favorite parts in the entire song. Though I did think that it sounded kind of, I don't know, off. But after like a lot of trying to do new things, trying to change it and find something cooler, I just couldn't come up with anything else. I was like, fine, whatever, let's just go with it. I don't give a shit. I mean, okay. I mean, the rest of it is really impressive. I'm tired, right? And I also actually had drums in this for some time. So basically, let me just copy some drums from here, and it basically would have sounded a lot like this, I believe. Fuck off, wait. I'm not really sure that fits the theme. Like, basically, then I don't know, I just didn't think this would be a drop. This would be more like a, I don't know what it would be, but it wasn't a drop. It was more like a pre-drop or whatever. This is where the build-up begins. Yeah, so that's basically the idea here. And for the last drop, I was basically like, let's just put it all together, am I right? So you have the drums echoing thing, you have the bass, you have that in everyone actually. Then you have this the atmosphere, the choirish thing, right? I don't know what to call it. And then you have the normal sample, but the only thing different is you have these the windy thing playing throughout the whole thing, right? In the first drop it was after the thing, right? In this one it's constantly there, but the only thing that's actually there after the first bar, like in the second bar of every 2 bars together, is this thing, right? The super synth or whatever you call it. And basically it has like a volume thing. It's basically like, it's basically increasing on every whatever you call it. So bad with musical terms, I don't know how to describe it. Just listen to it, right? Wait, how which one was this? I don't really remember. Fuck, I think it's this one actually. Okay, like, you hear that? It's like, it's basically increasing in volume every time. It's pretty cool if you ask me. I really love the concept of it. So basically the drop is like, and yeah, it's actually getting higher pitched every time. Then I was like, fine, let's just go with the, to give it more dramatic effect, I guess. Cool, you know, don't restrain it. And oh yeah, here I didn't put in snare claps because I really liked the way it sounded like it was tripping or something, like, oh shit, it's gonna end, man. The song is really losing its rhythm or whatever. It's not losing the rhythm, it's just the flow. What? Where's the snare? What? It's gone. Holy shit, dude. I like this one. Yeah, it's just such a simple breakdown. I really like the way that I put the drums in this one. But yeah, that's it. This video is already too long, but this song was one of the most fun I've ever had making a song. I actually dropped it for like 5 months. I actually didn't make music for like 2 months, and I just had this sudden burst of inspiration. I was like, I gotta get this done, man. By that point, we had this weird thing over here. We had this part. Oh, fuck no, wait, this part up to the first drop basically. Then everything after that was silence. But yeah, I was like, alright, we're gonna finish this. So in 2 days I made all of this basically. It's like, no, I'm not gonna procrastinate anymore. I'm gonna get this shit done. And yeah, actually it was cool for like, I think it was actually pretty impressive how much I was able to finish in just, you know, like 2 fucking days, right? Like, I was impressed. I was glad that it was over, because like I wanted it to get done. At some point it wasn't even a remix, it was basically just the song by itself. But listen to this, like, it's kind of groovy but feels soulless and empty, so I just decided, why not just keep it as a remix? I mean, I haven't done a remix, this is my first remix, might as well make it this one, so whatever. Yeah, it just sounds weird. I don't like the way it sounds. So I was like, alright, we're gonna give it the Fallout voice thingy. What the fuck? How do I undo? Oh, there we go. Fuck, I forgot. Okay, fine. It's got so much more soul into it all of a sudden, right? It's better. I like it. So anyway, that was it. I'm not gonna fucking keep going. I'm tired. I need to rest. I shouldn't be talking. So, goodbye.